Hi everyone, welcome back to another advanced mat class. Today we will be using a few different props. If you have props available, great. If not, you can continue on without the props. You might need to slow down the pace of the movement, but we will be using 3-pound weights. You can do 2 or 3, a light ball, and then ankle weights, 2 or 3 pounds. Once again, if you do not have ankle weights, it's not a problem. You can just do the movement without the weight. So we're going to go ahead and start today with half rollbacks. So you'll take a seat on your mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat to the mat. We're going to start in a seated position. If you have a ball, we'll place the ball above the knee line to inner thighs. We'll extend our arms out long, palms face in towards one another. Keep feet anchored to the floor, to your mat. We're going to tuck the pelvis, round back to the tip of the blades or sacral area, and then slowly peel right back up, keeping the feet heavy. So tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs. Let's round back only to the sacral area. Good. And then scoop in to peel right back up. Super slow, super controlled, keeping the C curve of the spine. So inhale, round back just to the sacral area. Now scoop the abs in, hug into the ball to round back up. So keeping that C curve throughout, keeping heels heavy, hugging into the ball, abs pull in to exhale, round forward. Good, last 3 here. Inhale, take it back. Anchor the heels, scoop the abs, hug the ball to exhale, hug and lift. Inhale, using the breath. Exhale, pull deeper to round forward. Last full rep. Inhale, take it back, tucking pelvis, scooping abs, hug the ball. Coming up, now round back and hold. So rounding back and hold, find a quiver in your core. Do not allow the abs to pop forward. Continue to pull in and up. Now start to hug into the ball. You should feel that hug up through inner thighs to abs below the belly button, lifting all the way up to sternum. You're retracting shoulder blades to your back, scooping abs in to hug into midline for 4, slow. Hug deeper for 3. Abs lift in and up, we have 2. Now just hold on 1. We're holding here for 10, 9, shoulders drop 8, heels heavy 7, release quads and hip flexors 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, round forward and on 1, round over the body, take a little break here. All right, after you've had a nice little rest, we'll take the ball behind the sacral area for earthquakes. So just tucking right underneath, glutes still to the mat. Good. Same position we were just in. So let's walk the feet forward just a touch. Good. Keep feet anchored to the mat. This time we're going to keep and maintain a nice long spine. So inhale, hinge back. Good. Now exhale, hinge forward. Good. Raising the arms a little higher as long as you can keep shoulder blades on the back. Anchoring the heels to work the back of the thighs. Inhale, hinge back slowly. Anchor the heels, scoop the abs to exhale, hug and lift. We have 4, retracting blades back, activating the lat and serratus muscles to stabilize shoulders. Last 3, taking your time. If you feel that the lower back is starting to hyperextend, you can tuck the pubic bone lightly. Try to engage those transverse abdominals, engaging both sides of the waist to exhale back up. Last rep here, hinge back and hold. So right arm reaches up to the ceiling, left arm reaches to your hip line. Now make super slow arm changes. Continuing to pull sternum forward to keep that nice long spine, heels anchoring to the mat. Abs pull up as the arm raises up, keeping the blades down on both sides. Continuing to pull in and up, reaching shoulder down as the arm reaches up, pulling abs in. So you will feel your abs pull up with that arm raise. So timing that arm connection with the ab connection. Last 2, anchoring heels heavy to the mat for 2. We have 1 to the right, abs pull in. Last 1 to the left, reach both arms up and hold. We're here for 5, in and up with abs for 4, for 3, 2, pulling the body forward on 1, we'll round the spine to release the back. Take a few deep breaths here. All right, when ready, we'll go with T-arm variation of earthquakes. So arms extend back out, palms face in towards one another. We'll hinge back, opening the arms out to the T. Now hinge forward as you close back to shoulder line. Continuing to flow, so we're timing the hinge of the spine with the opening of the arms, then hinging forward to close back in. So really take your time here. Try to work with that 3 count. So 3 counts back, 3 counts forward. Making sure that you're not taking it so far back that the abs pop, but you're pulling in and then hugging both sides of the waist. We have 4, energy reaching through fingertips all the way to underarm. Hug and lift. 3, inhale, take it back, use that breath. Exhale, scoop deeper to hug and lift. Last 2, stretching out side to side, pulling abs in and up. Now last rep here, we'll hinge back and hold. Pulse the arms forward and back. Lift chest. Forward slow, back slow. Forward slow, back slow. Abs pull in. Activate those obliques. So pull waist in on both sides. Contract forward and back. Heels heavy. Forward and back. Last rep. Take the arms back. Lift sternum. Hold here. We're holding for 5. Shoulders drop. 4. Abs in and up. 3, 2, bring it forward on 1. Round over the body and hold. So just holding here, taking a few deep breaths. We'll do one last set here in earthquakes. So a little rotation of the spine, working those obliques a little deeper. So we'll go ahead and extend the arms out and hold. So we're going to hinge back to our max, add a rotation from the spine to the left. Now de-rotate the spine back to center and hinge forward, hinge back up. We're here for 4, super slow. Rotate from the spine, contract obliques to twist. De-rotate, hinge forward. We have 3, hinge back, chest up, twist spine. Abs pull in, obliques pull in. De-rotate, hug and lift. Heels heavy. We have 2. Contract the left side of the waist as you twist. De-rotate, hinge forward. Last rep in full, hinge back, rotate left, de-rotate, hinge back up. Now take it back and hold. So hinge back, hold, rotate left, hold. So we're anchoring the right heel to raise the left arm up. Now slowly lower the left arm back down. So feel the abs pull up, feel the obliques connect, and then slowly release. Continuing to press that right heel heavy to get a deeper connection in the left obliques. Slowly lowering the arm back down. Abs pull in from below the belly button, raising the arm up. Slowly lowering the arm back down. Last rep in full. Lowering the left arm back down. Now raise the left arm up and hold. Lift the sternum. We're here for 5. In and up with abs for 4. Pressing right heel heavier for 3. For 2. And 1. Lower the arm. De-rotate spine. Hinge forward. Take a rest. Round forward over the body. All right, moving to the right side. So arms extend back out. Remember, we'll hinge back first, hold, rotate to the right from our spine, de-rotate, and hinge forward. Abs pull in, hinge back, not twisting from arms, but from spine. De-rotate, contract, lift. We have 3. Hinge back, twist the spine, contract left obliques to de-rotate and hinge forward. In and up with abs for 2. Keep sternum lifted. Twist from the waist, engaging right obliques. De-rotate, hinge forward. Last rep in full. Keep sternum lifted. Drop shoulders down. Twist waist. De-rotate, hinge forward. Now take it back and hold. Rotate to the right and hold. Anchoring that left heel. Raise that right arm up slowly. Lower that right arm back down. Raise the right arm up slowly. Lower the right arm back down. So as you raise the arm, feel the abs and obliques connect and lower back down. Left heel presses heavy, contract, lift, and lower. Last one in full and lower. We'll raise that right arm up and hold. Pull your sternum forward, press your feet down. Holding here for 4, right shoulder drops. 3, abs pull in and up. 2, and 1. Lower the arm, de-rotate the spine, hinge forward, round over the body. So we'll flow right into cat-cow. So you're going to come into your 4-point kneeling position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's start by rounding the spine. Sit the hips back so that you get that lower back opener, dropping shoulders down, pressing into the heel of the hands, and then bring hips over the knee line, extend the spine, rotate blades back, lift chest and gaze, extending through elbows, pressing into heel of the hands. So contract the abs, exhale, tuck pelvis, round spine. Take that lower back stretch, pulling abs in. Now inhale, tilt hip bones forward, extend the spine, rotate blades back, lifting chest and gaze. Good. Continuing to flow through the two, let's take 3 more of each, using the abdominal connection to stretch deeper in the lower back. Now tilting the hips forward, inhale, extend through upper back. Last 2, abs pull in, pelvis tucks under, hips sit back. Pull hips over the knees, extend, rotate blades back, pushing down away from the mat to lift the chest. Last rep here. Scoop the abs, sit the hips back. Good. Slowly bring hips forward, coming into the extension. We'll hold the extension for 3. Abs pull in and up. 2, pressing down through heel of the hands. 1, now bring it into a neutral spine for dead bug. So go ahead and extend the right arm out long in front as the left leg reaches back. Now we'll scoop the abdominals. We're going to hug right elbow to left knee. So really round and twist, and then extend back out, reach, scoop, keep the ribs tight. Go ahead and continue to flow. Exhale in, inhale, reach out, rotating left hip down, pulling abs in and up. So use your abdominals to reach and cross. Then extend and reach back. Last 2, tuck pelvis, scoop abs, extend, lengthen back. Last rep here, let's extend out and hold. We're going to hold here for 5. Tuck that pelvis lightly, 4. Pulling abs in and up for 3. Dropping right shoulder for 2. And 1. Bring it in, reset, next side. Left arm, right leg. Abs pull in. Go ahead, tuck that pelvis lightly. Let's pull knee to elbow. Then extend back out as you inhale, reach. Now exhale, collect. Abs pulling in. Shoulder reaches down as the arm reaches out. Exhale, scoop, hug in. Inhale, lengthen out. Extend, pull sternum forward. Reach arm and leg long. Exhale, contract, hug in. Inhale, take it out. Right hip drops down. Exhale, hug and bend. Last rep here in full. So hugging in. Let's extend out and hold for that 5 count, pressing down through that right heel of the hand, tucking the pelvis, scooping the abs. We're holding here for 3. In and up with abs for 2. And 1. Bring it all in. Let's go ahead, sit back to child's pose. Just take a few deep breaths here. Good. All right, you guys, I forgot to mention to have like a stool or an ottoman, something near. This can be done without being elevated, but because I have the box at the studio, I'm going to have Heather come into a low plank position with forearms on the box. Good. So at home, you can do this piece on the mat. So we're going to scoop the abs, bring the right knee directly underneath the right hip, and then extend the right leg back out. Slow and controlled, so slow changes. We are clocking here for a minute. So moving slowly. So before you bring the knee forward, contract the abs to bring the knee forward, then scoop the abs to change the leg. So ideally trying to release the leg, so the quad and hip flexor, tapping deeper into your abdominal connection. Our elbows are anchoring to the mat. Good. To traction the blades down to pull our sternum forward, to work in a deeper abdominal connection. So not rounding through the upper back and holding our bodies up with chest and pecs, but keeping a nice long spine. Scoop the abs in, exhale, hug in. Reach back. So contract, scoop, exhale, hug in. Inhale, reach back. Keeping those hips nice and square. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, in and up, 4, 3, 1 last to each side, finishing up that one to the left. Go ahead, kneel down, sit the hips back, take a child's pose. So pressing the palms heavy to the mat to stretch underneath underarms. You can press your sternum forward here so that you get a little more upper back extension. So we're encouraging space in the upper spine. So last set here, we're going to come back into that lower plank position. So setting right back up, extend the legs back and hold. So this time around, let's bring that right knee across to the left underarm. So twist the spine, extend back and change. Good. So scoop the abs, activate the obliques and change. So we're getting that spinal rotation, but we're also getting a lot of waistline here. So feel the abs pull up, then feel the knee cross over to work the waist, and then extend. So moving from your core strength throughout, stabilizing the upper body. So still continuing to press the elbows down, to pull the shoulders down and sternum forward. Contract, change, twist. Abs pulling in and up. Good. Pulling in from below the belly button, then contracting obliques that you're rotating towards, getting that spinal rotation. Remember, actively releasing the quad and hip flexor, you could activate through the back of the thigh. Good. The back of the glute of that supporting leg. Almost there. Pulling sternum forward, scooping abs in, dropping shoulders down. Good. You should be quivering at this point in your core and obliques. So abs and obliques. Good. And change. All right, guys, here we go. We have one more to the right, tucking pelvis, scooping abs, twisting waist. Last one to the left. Extending left leg back, kneel down, sit hips back. We'll take another one of those child's poses with that upper back extension. So just holding here, you probably want to take a few deep breaths after that, catching your breath. All right, so when ready, we are setting up for bridge. So if you have something you can use to elevate your bridge, that's great. If not, no worries, just stick feet to the mat. This will just give you a higher bridge, a larger range of motion, which will give you a deeper connection. So we'll start basic just to create space back into the spine. So heels anchored down, we're about hips distance apart. So anchor the heels, let's scoop the abs, tuck the pelvis, peel the spine up. So closing ribs at the top, pubic bone to the ceiling, stretch the spine long, retuck pelvis and print and round into your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, all of the way back to neutral. So reach the tail heavy to create space in between hips and ribs, then retuck, scoop, peel up, lift, then retuck and print, round back down slowly, tuck, 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 anchor the heels, activate the glutes, close the ribs, hugging in at both sides of the waist. Good. Now pull the spine long to retuck and round all of the way back down. Reaching those arms really long, shoulders reach to your waist. You can press the palms lightly to the mat to stabilize your shoulders. Glutes active. Try to make sure that you are engaging both glutes equally. Then retuck and print, rounding all of the way down, bone by bone. Good, just a couple more reps here. So scoop the abs, close the ribs, tuck the pelvis, lift the hips, activating glutes. Then retuck pelvis and print the spine, round all of the way down. Shoulders reaching to waist. Last rep here. Scoop the abs, tuck the pelvis, peel the spine up. Now pull the glutes forward to your heels as you slowly articulate and round upper, middle, lower spine. We'll scoop the abs, tuck the pelvis, peel up and hold at the top. Now bring the right knee over the hip to Pilates tabletop. We're going to round down to the last rib, keeping the right knee over the right hip. Now anchor left heel, activate glute to peel up. So anchoring the heel, hugging the glutes, scooping the abs, lifting up, rounding down to the waistline, to the belly button. Now exhale, scoop in and up. Inhale down, try to close the ribs, tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs, hug and lift. Stabilizing that right leg. So your goal is to keep that right knee directly over your right hip. For 5, abs pull in, ribs pull tight. So a slight tuck of the pelvis so that there is no compression in the lower back. 3 here, anchor the heel, activate the glutes, scoop the abs, hug and lift. 2, ribs tight, abs contract, hug and lift. Last rep here, lift up to the top and hold. Now lower down about half of that range, lift up, slow though. Inhale down, contract the glute, lift the hips. So keep that heel heavy, pull the glute in to lift the hips up. Time the abdominal connection with the glute connection of the left glute. Contract, lift, slow. pulling the ribs down, scooping the abs in, exhale up. Contract, hug, lift. We have 3. Contract, hug, and lift. Abs pulling in for 2. Ribs pull tight, arms reach long. Last rep. Lift to the top, hold, place the right heel back down, tuck pelvis will come down all of the way, rounding and printing. Bring the knees in, give yourself a big hug. So grab a hold of the shins. We can rock side to side. All right, when ready, we'll reset to get that opposite side. If you happen to move back, go ahead and slide forward. Remember the setup I forgot to mention earlier, the knees should be directly over the hips. All right, remember, heels about hips distance apart. Try to keep the knees nice and stable over hip line. Scoop abs, tuck pelvis, will peel up to the top and hold. So make sure that the ribs are nice and tight. Give the pubic bone that little tuck so that you have protection for the low back. Left knee comes in. Keep that left knee over the left hip. Tuck pelvis, round down to the last rib. Anchor right heel, activate glute to lift. Inhale to round. Arms still reaching nice and long, so think shoulders to waist to hug and lift. Inhale down, anchor the heels, scoop the abs, hug and lift. Ribs pulling tight, abs lifting in and up to hug and lift. Try to keep hips square. That left hip is going to want to drop, so keep that hip lifted so that you load the right glute, not the low back, for 4. Good, rounding and printing to the waistline. Activate, slowly, hug, lift for 3. Inhale down, abs pull in, anchor the heels, scoop the abs, hug and lift. Last 2. Arms reach nice and long, abs scoop in and up. Last rep here. All right, bring it to the top, hold. Now lower about half of that range and then come back up, slow and controlled. Keeping that right knee hugging to the midline, abs pulling in, drop down about half. Put all of your body weight into that right glute. Abs pull in, ribs pull tight, hug and lift. We have 5. Pelvis tucks, abs scoop in. Last 4. In and up for 3. Arms reach nice and long. 2. Last rep here. Lift up to the top and hold. Place the left foot down. Tuck pelvis, round all of the way down super slowly. Good. Bring the knees in. Give yourself another hug. Good. Let's take a spine twist. So we'll go ahead. Place the feet just a little wider. For those of you on your mat, you'll be fine reaching the arms out to a T. Heather, just reach arms like back behind a goalpost. We'll drop the knees over to the right. Now twist upper spine and gaze to the left. So keep the left obliques engaged, keep the abs engaged, just so that you get that nice twist through the upper part of your spine. And then allow the arms to just relax towards the floor. You can stay here as long as you would like. When ready to switch sides, make sure to use your abs, not your low back, to transition knees to the left, upper spine and gaze to the right. So we'll tuck pubic bone under, close ribs, contract right obliques, all cues to keep your spine safe. Yeah, so even if you have to tuck a little bit deeper, continue to tuck. All right, we'll bring the legs back through center. You can go ahead, remove your ottoman or just get back to a flat mat. We're gonna go ahead and place, if you have ankle weights around ankles. You can place both of them on so that there's less change time. And then once you have both weights on, you're going to come into your 4-point kneeling position. So arms are extended long. All right. So let's start with the knee bend. First off, make sure that the heel of the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Make sure that the knees are directly underneath hips. Go ahead and bring your right leg up to hip line. You can keep the toes pointed or flex the heel. It's really whatever feels best for you. So tuck the pelvis, pull knee to sternum without touching mat. Now hug the glute and back of the thigh to extend the leg back. So super slow, super controlled, keeping hips stable. So keep that right hip rotating down. Good. And this is a very mindful position. You have to engage the right glute before extending the leg back. So pressing into the heel of the hands, the arms are long, shoulders dropping down the back, scoop the abs, contract the glute to extend back. Remember, you can try with a flexed heel or keep toes pointed. It's whatever gives you the deepest connection in that right glute for 4. A lot of core work here. You might need to press heavier through opposite heel of the hand. 3, inhale, bring it in. Exhale, contract, hug, extend back. Last 2, abs pulling in and up, shoulders reaching down the back. Last rep here. Good, let's go ahead, bring the knee in, rest it to the mat. We're going to come down to our forearms now. All right, so bending that right knee, sending right heel up to the ceiling for heel kicks. So flex the heel on this one. Keep hips nice and square. So go ahead and lower down about 3/4 of the way. Now hug the glute to lift back up. So inhale, lower femur bone down. Abs scoop in. Activate glute to exhale, hug and lift up. Good. So pressing heavier into those forearms to give you a deeper oblique connection, a deeper ab connection, and a deeper glute connection. Continuing to rotate right hip down and also make sure that all of your body weight is not dumping into your left hip. So tuck pelvis, contract abs, contract glute, hug and lift that femur bone. We have 2 reps here. So 2, contract, hug, lift. Last rep, contract, hug, lift. Now lower down half, activate the glute to lift back up. So inhale, lower down, scoop abs in and up, exhale, hug, lift. Good, creating balance in the upper body, pulling the abs in, contract the right glute, exhale, hug, lift. Inhale down, contract, hug, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift, pressing heavier into that right forearm, making sure that the shoulder blades stay on the back. So time the abdominal connection with the leg raise. Contract, hug, lift for 4. Abs pull in and up, we have 3. Contract, lift for 2. Now bring it up and hold on 1. So hold it here for 10. Tucking pelvis, 9. Abs in and up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, rotate right hip down. 3, put all of your body weight into the right glute for 2. Bring it down on 1. We'll take a quick child's pose before we finish up with rainbow kicks for this variation. All right, so bringing it back down to your forearms. Let's reach that right leg back one last time. Once again, you can play around with it. I like to point my toes. It's whatever works best for you, but you're going to kick the leg across the body, tap to the mat, and then raise the leg back up and tap to the mat. So reaching up and over left, and then up and over right. A lot of obliques here to stabilize though. So scoop the abs, resist the leg down, activate the glute to lift the leg back up. Abs pulling in, obliques pulling in. So full body, continuing to press equally through both forearms, activating those stabilizers underneath underarms to stabilize our body. Contract, hug, lift, up and over. Good. We have 3. Contract the glute. To resist, tuck pelvis if needed. We need stability in those hips. 2. Activate the glute. 2. Abs pulling in and up. Work that waistline. Last 1. And 1. Bring the knees in. Let's go ahead. Sit back for a quick child's pose. We will go ahead and do a little bit of sideline. So lying on your left side, still working that right side, lining body up with the back of the mat. Bring the legs forward and lower down. All right, so let's contract the side of the glute to raise the leg up and lower the leg back down. So put all of your body weight into the side of that right glute. Working the waistline here, so abs pulling in from below the belly button. The right obliques are contracting to raise that right femur bone up, but also engage the underneath side of the waistline. So wrapping around the waistline, activating that right glute, pulling abs and pelvic floor in to lift leg up. We have 3. Contract, hug, lift. 2. Sternum pulls forward, abs pull in. Last rep here. Now lower down half, contract, lift up. Lower, releasing quad, activate glute. Activate right obliques, contract, lift. Abs pull in, right obliques contract to lift. Stabilizing the spine, pulling the abs in to lift. We have 5, contract, lift. 4, activate glute, lift. 3, working that waistline all of the way around, dropping those shoulders for 2. All right, last rep here, you guys. Here we go. Let's take it into rainbow kicks forward. You can keep the heel flexed or point at this point. Forward and back. Whatever works best for you. Just make sure that you are stabilizing the spine and stabilizing the hips. So lifting up from the glute, not the quad. Pulling the abs in. Pressing that right hand heavy to gain stability. Good. Working that glute. You should be quivering at this point. We have 4, abs and obliques. Good. 3, up and back, up and forward. 2, really reaching out through the leg. Last one, bringing it forward, lowering down. All right, finding ourselves back in that 4-point kneeling position. So knees underneath hips, starting with that left side. Remember, pointed or flexed, whatever feels best for you for those knee bends. So bend the knee forward, tuck the pelvis under, contract the glute to extend out. Bend, extend, hug the glute. Bend, pushing away from the mat. Remember, if you feel that the back is not supported enough, the right knee might be a little too far back. You can always move that knee forward just a bit. And then really try to stabilize the upper body. Keep the connection in the core, so ab, glute, and then just stabilizing that lower back, making any adjustments needed. Good. Remember, the more stable the spine, the deeper the connection. So abs contract, good. Glute contracts. All right, you guys, last rep here. And then we'll go ahead, bring it in. Let's drop down to our forearms, starting with the heel kick up to the ceiling. So heel is flexed on this one, heel over knee. We're working that full range, so lower down about 3/4 of the way. Scoop the abs, tuck the pelvis, hug and lift. Inhale to lower, activate the glutes, scoop the abs to exhale up. Inhale down, back left glute, hug and lift. So tuck the pelvis, contract the abs, activate left glute, hug and lift. Pressing into both forearms equally. You might need a little heavier press into that left side because the left leg is lifted. Good. 4 here, so 4. Lift the glute in and up to lift femur bone up. 3. Remember, you can flex the heel or point the toes, whatever feels deepest for you. 2. Releasing the quad. Good. Now lower half, lifting back up, making sure that all weight is not dumping into the right side. Contract, lift. Good. Contract, lift. Heel over the knee. Tuck the pelvis, contract, lift. Remember, we are at that half range. Good. So trying to maintain that quiver range at this point. Contract, lift. Exhale up, pressing through both forearms equally. Last rep here, lift and hold at the top. So holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, abs in, 6, 5, glute in and up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break before our rainbow kicks. So sitting the hips back. Good. All right, resetting back to our forearms, pulling sternum forward. We have a nice long spine. Extend that left leg back and hold. Remember, pointed or flexed, whatever works for you. We're going to cross that left leg over to the right, tap it down, scoop the abs, activate the glute, tap lower left. Scoop abs in. We have a lot of obliques here, you guys. So activate the glute, activate the abs. Good. Pulling sternum forward. Really trying to stabilize that upper body so that you're able to work more oblique. Good. And to keep your low back safe. So it'll keep the glute more active as well. Try to find a quiver in that glute, maybe even in your core at this point. Good. Tap, scoop, tap. Last 4 here. 4. Abs pull in, obliques pull in. 4. Abs pulling in and up for 3. And 3. Pulling sternum forward. Abs pull in for 2. And 2. Last one of each. Last one. And then when ready, we'll go ahead and lie on our right side. Flipping around. Sorry, Heather, I almost messed you up on that one. All right, so line the body up with the back edge of the mat. Bring the legs forward and drop them down. So abs lift up, obliques active on both sides. Contract left glute to lift the leg up and lower the leg down. Only lifting that leg as high as you keep the glute active and the spine stable. So contract abs and obliques to lift and resist back down. So activate the glute, releasing the front of the thigh. If it helps to internally rotate toes to the floor, that might give you a deeper connection. And then remember, the more stable the body, the deeper the connection to the glute. So really trying to stabilize that upper body, allowing your abs to power the movement of the leg. Last 3 here. Activate the glutes, scoop the abs, hug and lift. 2. Last rep here. Good. Now lower half and then lift back up. Good. If you're feeling hip flexor, you might need to send the leg back a bit so that you can find your glute zone. Contract, lift in that half range. Activate glute lift. Abs pulling in, left obliques active. We have 5. Contract glute lift 4. Abs pull in and up 3. Left obliques active for 2. Last rep here, and then take it down for a little rest. We're going to finish up with the rainbow kicks. So when ready, we'll go ahead. Remember, pointed or flexed, whatever feels best for you. Bring the leg forward, tap, and back. You can hover from the mat. Good. Make sure that the low back is stable here. So no arching as you reach the leg back. Pull the abs in. Yeah, you may have to tuck the pelvis slightly and rotate that left hip forward. But press that left palm heavy to help stabilize. Contract abs and obliques to lift the femur bone up. Contract glute to lift lower back. Abs pull in, obliques pull in, working the glute inside of the thigh for 4, slow and control. Remember, if you're starting to rotate out, go more internal for 3. Contract the obliques. Good. Last 2. Abs pull in. Good. Last rep here. Nice. Bringing it back forward. Lower down. Just take a break here. We're going to set up for a side plank variation next. You can keep the leg weights on. We're going to tandem the feet. So let's reach the left femur bone forward to bring the left foot forward. So sides of the feet are pressing into the mat. Remember, the setup with the side plank is very important. You want the right elbow directly underneath the right shoulder. So we're going to take the left arm long by the hip. Good. Now, reach the left arm overhead as you lift the hips up, creating that lateral stretch. Now reach the left arm long to tap the hips from the mat. So hover hips from the mat. Make any adjustments needed. Keep that right elbow pressing down. Good. You're lowering the hips, reaching the arm long. So lift the hips as you reach the left arm overhead, keeping that left arm long. Then drop the hips down as you reach arm back down. Now take arm over, lift hips up. Reach arm back to drop hips down, contracting right obliques. Good. Drop the hips to reach arm long. Abs pull in, keeping that right lat active, right serratus muscle active, so right shoulder blade continues to reach towards the waist. Abs pull in, the hips lift to reach up and over. The hips hover to reach arm back to the hip. Almost there. Beginning our countdown shortly here. So scoop the abs in to resist the hips down. Now reconnect to obliques to lift the hips to stretch the arm overhead. Good. Right shoulder drops down. Counting down now at 10, pressing into the sides of the feet to lift the hips up. Abs continue to pull in and up, keeping that right shoulder blade pulling down the back. We have one last rep here. Good. Reach it over. Reach hand back to hip. Come through center a little. Take a child's pose. So knees down, hips back. Good. Making this an active stretch. So arms reach really long. Palms press heavy into the mat. So stretching underneath the underarms. Good. Pulling sternum forward. All right. We're right back to that right side. This time we're adding a little twist. So feet back to that tandem position. The sides of the feet are going to stay connected to the mat for this variation. So make sure that that right elbow is directly underneath your right underarm. Go ahead and press up into your side plank. Extend the left arm up to the ceiling. Now go ahead, reach the left arm underneath. Rotate left hip bone to the mat. Yeah. Now de-rotate right back up to that side plank. Continue to flow on your own. Twist and de-rotate. Keeping sides of the feet pressing to the mat. Activate the obliques throughout. So not flowing through just to flow through, but contract abs, contract obliques. Then reach that arm through. Keeping that right shoulder pulling down to the waist. Abs pull in. If you prefer the variation where the heels lift to the ceiling, that is totally fine as well. They're both correct. It's really whatever feels best with your body. Twist, yeah. De-rotate. And then taking the time to connect to abs, to connect to obliques, to keep that right shoulder pulling down the back. Almost there, guys. Stick with me. We'll begin our countdown shortly. Scooping the abs in. Twist. De-rotate. 10, 9, 8. Right shoulder drops. 7. Abs in and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down on 1. Come through center. We'll sit back and take a child's pose. Sternum pulls forward. Hips sit back. Hold. All right. So when ready, we'll set up for the opposite side. So left side. All right. So we'll start with that lateral side bend reach. So that right foot is forward this time. Sides of the feet press down, making sure that the left elbow is directly underneath the left shoulder. Remember, as you reach the arm overhead, reach the hips to the ceiling. And then as you reach the arm back to the hip line, drop the hips down. So scoop the abs, reach the arm overhead as you lift. Then reach the arm back to the hips to lower down. Try to hover the hips from the mat as you bring the arm back to the hip line. So work your full range of motion if available. Then lift the hips, contract left obliques to lift back up. Inhale, reach to hip line. Exhale, reach above the head. Good. Inhale down, contract abs, contract obliques. Reach arm over. Good. Continuing to flow. So keep abs connected throughout. Keep obliques connected throughout. Keeping hips square. As you lower, reach. Press through sides of the feet to lift. Inhale down. Exhale, scoop, reach, lift. Keeping those ribs closed, keeping right hip forward, so top hip forward. You can tuck the pelvis. Almost there. We're beginning our countdown, keeping that right arm long throughout if you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Left shoulder drops. 5. Abs in and up. Hips a little higher for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Finding ourselves right back into that child's pose. So arms reach long, hips sit back, holding it here. All right, you guys. So this will be our last plank, which is nice to know that this is the last one. So let's make sure before getting started you have that left elbow directly underneath left underarm. Right foot forward. All right, so Here we go. So we'll press up into the side plank, extend the right arm up to the ceiling. Now keeping the sides of the feet flat, you're going to reach that right arm underneath left underarm and then de-rotate back. So try to twist the spine, drop that right hip towards the mat, and then de-rotate. Remember, whichever variation works for you, you can keep the feet flat or lift the heels, rotating to the balls of the feet. Not just moving to move, but activating abs, activating obliques, really threading underneath that left underarm and then de-rotating back up. Abs pull in, contract, rotate that right hip forward, and then de-rotate. So let's keep that left shoulder reaching down. We're pressing heavier into that left forearm to activate underneath left underarm. Good. De-rotate, rotating that right hip forward, abs pull in, twist, de-rotate, keeping left shoulder reaching to left side of the waist. Right hip rotates forward. All right, guys, beginning our countdown. We have 10, 9, 8, left shoulder drops, 6, 5, 4, right hip forward, 3, twist, 2, bringing it down on 1. Woo, those will get the heart rate up. Extending arms forward, sitting hips back. Just take a few deep breaths. Let's reach the arms to the right side of the mat. Getting that side stretch. Good, encouraging that space back through the waist. Hips press back, arms reach over, getting that stretch through the left side wall. And then up to you, but when you're ready to switch to the other side, reach arms over to the left, stretching out the right side wall, putting space back in to the right side, stretching out the lower side of the right back. And then we're going to make our way back through center. We'll go ahead, let's take those leg weights off. We could keep them on, but just in case you end up lifting your legs for back extension, I don't want the leg weights to go into your back. So we'll go ahead and lie prone, so lying back onto our stomach. And then we're going to start with breaststroke from the reformer. So we'll go ahead. If you have anything that you need to move out of the way, you can clear your space. Let's make sure that the setup is correct. So feet apart, about hips distance. Let's keep the toes pressing into the mat today. So we'll go ahead and float the arms up off of the mat, extend the arms out long in front, keep them straight. We'll circle out to the side, reach the arms long behind to the hips and hold. 2, 3, coming back into the goalpost, lowering down. Abs pull in, float the spine up first. Extend the arms out, reach shoulders down. Keep arms straight to circle back. Hug hands to hip line, tuck that pelvis under, scoop abs in and up. Bend the elbows, bring arms back in, palms to the mat. Abs pull in, lift chest and head, extending the arms out. Keep the arms long to circle back. Energy reaches through fingertips. Hold it back, resting feet down, scooping abs in. Bend elbows, bring arms forward, lower chest and head down. Last 2, lift up, extend out, circle back, hold, hands to the hips, hugging in between 2 shoulder blades, keeping that neck nice and long. Bringing it back in, lower chest and head down. Last rep here, tuck the pelvis, scoop the abs, extend the arms out, circle the arms back and hold. If you can, let's interlace fingertips behind sacral area, lift chest, hug in between blades. We'll bend elbows to the side, bring arms forward, rest forehead down to the mat. Elbows can hug to the side. Keeping fingertips interlaced. Go ahead, scoop abs, tuck pelvis, press feet down, reach arms back, lift chest up, keep neck long, abs pull in, hugging in between the blades. And then bring everything back in. Bend elbows to the side, bring arms forward. Abs pull in, press feet down, scoop in, tuck under, reach arms back. Holding it here, we're going to hold for 5. Abs pull in, 4. Tuck pelvis under, 3. Reach shoulders down, 2. And 1. Lower down, hands to the mat. Sit back for a child's pose. All right, you guys, we're gonna grab our hand weights for arm series. We'll do a reformer arm series, but with hand weights today. So go ahead and grab weights. Good. All right, so we'll grab weights, 2 or 3 pound weights, or if you prefer a heavier weight, grab a heavier weight, whatever works for you. Yeah, we're going to start with chest expansion today. So arms will extend long. Good. You can hug the weight or extend fingertips long with a thumb wrapped around the weight, whatever works best for you. So arms will start in front of the hips. Feet are about hips distance apart. Abs pull up, blades glide down, a nice long neck. Press the arms back slowly, pull abs in and up, and then release arms forward, right in front of the hip line. So scoop the abs in to press the arms back, reach the shoulders down the back, and then resist arms forward. Abs pull in, heels press down, abs pull up, and resist forward. So try to engage the tricep, deltoid, reach shoulders to waist. Good, pull pelvic floor up. As you press back, lift abs in and up. We have 4. Good. Really slow, really controlled. Try to keep the arms engaged throughout for 3. Shoulders reach down. We have 2. Contract in to press back. Good. Last rep here. We'll press back and hold. Now resist forward about halfway, and then now pulse back without lifting shoulder blades. Abs pull in, contract, press. We're doing reps of 10. Abs pull in, contract, press. Try to keep the blades reaching to your waist. Do not allow the blades to creep up to neck, to ears. So stabilize. Pull the abs in, reach the blades down. Keep the arms long, no bending of the elbows. We have 3. Hug in, press back. See if you can find a quiver in your triceps. 2. Good. Now last rep here, we'll press back and hold. We'll hinge the spine forward. Keep the elbows back. You can flip the palms in to face one another. Now bend forearms forward half. Keep elbows high. Now extend back. Press into the heels of your feet. Pull abs in. Lift triceps in and up. Contract back. Shoulders reach down. Abs pull in. Keeping sternum lifted so that you're encouraging that extension of the spine. If you feel lower back here, you are more than welcome to tuck pelvis and round the back. But let's try to work in a nice long spine. We have 4. The knees are soft so that you do not load the low back. We have 3. We are engaging both triceps equally together for 2. Now press back and just hold on 1, hugging muscle to bone. Hold it here for 10. 9, shoulders drop 8. Abs in and up 7, 6, 5, 4, abs 3, triceps 2. Release, come up to standing on 1. Roll the shoulders up and back, up and back, up and back. All right, so feet about hips distance apart. Let's go ahead, palms face the floor, abs pull in. We're going to raise those arms up to a wide V. Shoulders reach down the back. Now slowly lower the arms back down, stopping in front of the hip line. Abs pull in, reach the blades down as you raise the arms up and slowly lower back down. So remember, retracting shoulders to your back, not only reaching with chest and pecs, but working that posterior chain. So relying on deltoids, the rear deltoids, the lat muscles underneath underarms. Good, all the way to waist. So feel the blades reaching down to waistline as you raise arms up. Good. If you are feeling upper traps, your range of motion might be too large, or you might not be stabilizing. So a lot of core, a lot of stabilization through shoulders. Good, we have 2 reps here, so 2. Abs pull in. Engaging above the elbow to the shoulder. Last rep here, abs pull in, heels of the feet press down, resist arms back down. Now flip palms forward, same thing, maintaining that wide V. So raise up, reach shoulder blades down, resist back down. Make sure that you are engaging the back of the arm as much as the front of the arm, so create balance, working and finding that co-contraction. So abs pull up as the arms raise up, blades reach down. Pelvic floor pulls up. Good, stabilize the spine here, so no arching in the back. Pull the ribs back, the top of the ribs back. And then also make sure that you are engaging the right and left side together as one. Your stronger side will take over. So remember, we're always trying to create balance. We have 3, slow. Good. Shoulders reach down, abs pull up. We have 2. Now last rep here, extend out and hold, serve a platter, pull elbows to waistline, and then reach shoulders back as you extend arms out. Bend with control, abs pull in, exhale, extend with control. Inhale in, abs pull in and up, exhale out, retract blades back. So remember, if you're rounding shoulders forward or if your spine is rounding forward, try to pull shoulder blades to your back and lift sternum up. Yeah, working on that upper back extension, that neutral position in your spine. Good. Extend, retract back. Keep arms active to bend back in slowly. Give me 3 counts here, so 3. Good. If you need to switch to 2 pounds at any time or a lighter weight, or even no weight, whatever works best for you. Now last rep here, extend out and hold on your next rep. Let's add the 2 together. So lower the arms down slowly, raise the arms up slowly, and then bend elbows into waist. Extend arms out. Lower the arms down. Keep collar wide to raise the arms back up. And bend. Extend. And lower. Collar stays wide, abs lift up, lift. And bend. Abs stay connected. Extend. Lower down. Keeping collar wide. Reaching blades down to lift. And bend. Retract back to extend. Abs lifting in and up. Pressing heels of the feet to the floor to raise the arms up. To bend elbows in. To extend. And lower back down. Let's count 3 more reps here. 3. Reach out. Bend back, extend, lower down, engaging both sides equally together for 2, and bend, extend, creating balance from right to left, left to right. Good, last rep here, extend, lower down, lift, bend, elbows to waist and hold. Flip the palms in to face one another. This will be our last piece today. So keep elbows hugging to waist. I want you to rotate arms out, hug blades in together. So working those rhomboids, and then resist back in without crossing the center line. So right at the waistline. Activate right and left side together, rear deltoid, tricep, even bicep, and then hug back in. Make sure that the ribs are not popping as you open out, and resist back in. So pulling abs in, reach the arms back, engaging right and left side together as one. Shoulders reaching down. Remember, you are engaging above the elbow to the shoulder and then hugging in between those blades. Abs pull up, heels press to the floor, open and close. Good, creating balance. Remember, right and left side engaging together as one. Good, last 2. Open. Hug in, resist forward. Now last rep here, we're going to take it back and hold. Now resist forward about half, and now hug back. Forward half, hug back. Abs in and up. Forward half, hug back. Forward half, hug back. Engaging right and left side together as one. Hug back, abs pull in and up. Keep the top ribs pulling back, hug back. We have 4. Feeling a little burn at this point, a little quiver for 3, hug back. Abs pulling in for 2, hug back. Now last rep here, open and hold, hugging muscle to bone, hold it right here for 10, hugging blades back. 9, lifting abs in and up. 8, yes. 7, 6, wrist straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, release on 1. You can lower your weights down. We'll take a roll down and release any tension that we may have created. So separate your feet, take your arms out, soft bend the knees, roll down. Let's allow the spine to traction first. Good. Allow the head to hang. And then we're going to grab opposite hand to elbow. Looks like this. And then just allow at the bottom of your roll down gravity to pull the shoulder blades off of your back. And just allow the neck to hang. So releasing tension from the neck. And just hold here. And then we'll extend the arms nice and long. Scoop the abs, tuck the pelvis. Take the arms out. Bring them up to the ceiling. Let's tuck our pelvis lightly, pull our abs in, lift gaze, and just hold here for 5. Pull sternum forward for 4, 3, 2, abs lifting in and up on 1. Circle back, lower down. Nice work, you guys.